Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone who rule well and teach well. Shalom to all elect men that's scattered abroad, pushing the truth without sincerity. And shalom to those very few sincere sisters that's taking heed and getting order in these last days. And my brother Amwan coming to the video. Excuse me. Low one is edifying and to the point. Right? Going to the article of, of the scam. Right? And the title is gonna come from, from what one of the bros, the brother Shamar, right, was saying, hey, they running the same play. Right? They running the same play. They seen how it was in 2019 to 2020, right? They seen how it ran, and it ran smooth for them, right? So now they finna come to the same play and finna add some more to it, man. With this new scam, But and also this also lets us know that, hey, we close to the end of this kingdom, man, right? Because we know about the 2025 agenda. We also know about the 2030 agenda. He wants everything to be established, right? And it takes a good amount of years before the 2030 to get things rolling. So this year going to be a big shift of gear, right? So he's finna come down real hard, man. And we see things how it started off in 2019 and 2020, man. China has shut down, right? Then they got over here. Now, hey, that thing is over here. They're trying to put articles up of not really trying to, alarm the people, but we know the same play. Matter of fact, let me grab another quick scripture right quick. This is why the Lord tells us to be vigilant. Pay attention to the patterns, right? And that's how we just know our enemy, man. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? So let's just get that word device right quick. And I'm going to go back to that article, right? So let's go to number 2. It says a plan, method, or trick with a particular aim, right? He's coming at a certain angle, right? And he's coming with this same play, right? It says tactic, move, right? His plan, right? His trick, his scheme, right? That's his game, or his wild, right? Wild meaning what? Craftiness, man. Man. Hey, we got a scripture for that, right? Because we in those times, Aki and Wa'akwa, right? We got to be aware of this man wild, right? His craftiness, man. Right? Let's go back. So it says the H to the M to the P to the V, right? That virus. It says schools shut down in China amid rising infections of new human, right? HMP to the V, right? So it says schools in Wuhan, China have been closed after a sharp rise in infections caused by the HM to the PV to the V. The outbreak has sparked concerns as cases soar, right? Soar meaning to what? Rise up. It says prompting increased vigilance and health measures in the region, right? And what we know, we measuring the time with this, man, right? We know that we know pestilence is supposed to be in, right? We know pestilence is going to be a part of this downfall as well. That's what the disciples was asking. What will be the signs of the end times, right? And I ain't gonna read too much of this. I just wanted to just bring out the point, and then hey, where we at with it, man, right? Hey, using that 2 Ezra chapter 9, right? Using that measuring stick, It says schools shut down in China, right? Because of the H to the M to the P to the V, right? And also fair use YouTube, not selling, just teaching, right? Schools in Wuhan, China have been closed after a sharp rise in infections caused by the H to the M to the P to the V. The outbreak has sparked concerns as cases soar, prompting increased vigilance and health measures in the region, right? Most likely, I'm gonna just read this. Probably two more paragraphs. It says, a new China, a new viral outbreak, the H to the M to the P to the V, has raised alarm in China, right? Just like how it did inside 2019, right? People was really unaware of it, right? People didn't understood what was going on until January, right? It says, with infections spreading rapidly in several regions, the virus primarily affecting the respiratory system has caused a surge, right? Let's get that word for surge, just stay with me, right? A sudden, powerful forward or upward movement, right? Because it's springing forth, right? It says a sudden large increase, right? But just see, and that's the thing about it. See, if you're not breaking down the words, you get lost, right? Because they're trying to make it seem as if like it's a small increase. No, it's a large increase, man. It's surging up daily. That's why you think the school's shutting down for, right? It says leading to this closure of schools in Wuhan, where over 30 children have fallen ill. The WHO has expressed concern over the growing number of cases and has sought detailed information from China to better understand the virus. Right, and that's all the Esau's plan, man. We already know we're ahead of the game. We're waiting on him to press the button for this shit, man. It says rapid rise in infection. The number of confirmed cases of the H to the M to the P to the V has skyrocketed by 529%. 529%, so like in just the past 10 days, with hospitals across the country seeing an overwhelming number of patients seeking treatment. And like I said, this is how they started out the first time, man. It said the virus is causing significant concern due to its ability to affect both young children and the elderly more severely. And that was the main thing that was last time. People was making sure they had their elder parents out the way, so they didn't catch it, you know what I'm saying? The kids as well. But my thing is, this is just my personal opinion. How do a disease pretty much be that strong in the wintertime, and you would think more so like things would be dead around that time. I would assume that things would be more skyrocketed inside, spring, summer, while the pores is open because of the sweat, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that's just me thinking. But that just goes to show you that Esau has plans, man. He likes to bring, he want to bring the pestilence out in any season, man. The virus is causing significant concern due to its ability to affect both young children and the elderly more severely. Symptoms of the virus include a runny nose, sore throat, fever, cough, fatigue, and headache, which are typical of respiratory infection. Just like how they said, in the 2019, they were saying it's like a basic cold, right? That basic cold shut the whole goddamn world down. So that's how we know. But hey, he come with that same plan. We just know he gonna get more deeper into it, man. Right? Because we know soon to come, he got to push those draconian laws, man. He got to come with new legislative laws. And what they say, they never let a good crisis go to waste. They've been holding on to this since 2019, man. Right? I'm finish with that. Just grab more precepts, but just go to show you where we at, man. And I had quoted that. I'm gonna go ahead and go to it. It's the book of Matthew 24, and I'll start at verse 3, because we know where we at, man. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, "Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?" Right? And we know that world means to what? Eon. Right? Going to an end of an age, end of a rulership. right? When it's gonna be the end of this rulership that even this rulership, man, right? Yeah, when the Israelites gonna be back on top, you know, right? This right here in the red letter, right? And cause Lord Yahweh was telling them the signs. You know, it says, and Yahweh answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many, right? And you shall deceive many, but he will not deceive the elect. Let's jump down to 24 right quick. It says, for there shall arise false Christ, right, meaning anointed, and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, right? Because Esau gonna try to come in like he gonna save the day with this scam, man. Right? It says, in so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect, right? But it won't be possible, right? Because we already on board, right? 2 Corinthians 2:11, like I stated earlier, for we're not ignorant of his schemes, man. It says, and ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? Because we know we know that the MOTB has to pass. We know things are got to get bad so they can implement that inside the system, man. You know? For nation shall rise against nation, and the kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Look at that word for pestilence right quick. I think I spelled it right. Right, it says a fatal epidemic, right? Disease. Right? What it says? Causing death. Deadly. And that's what this is going to spike up to be. It's going to spike up to be deadly, man. Just like how it was in 19. That's why I think they came out with all of those jump shots, those solutions. Right? Those solutions came to your conclusion. You know, they got folks X'd up out of here, right? Because always keep in mind, right, what Gates had said, right? They gonna at the slip of the tongue. This next one shall get their attention, something like that to that extent. Salakia. You know, matter of fact, it was two of them. He said that this next one should get their attention. And also, if he was saying about if we execute it right, we'll be able to succeed and get our numbers, right? What he was talking about was relating to the Georgia Guidestone, right? By having depopulating the world to 500 mil. You know, that's the linear agenda, and with this next scam is going to help contribute to that, right? By throwing in those fatal, right? Those deadly disease. Well, that's what that plague goes into, right? So it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, which we're saying earthquakes as well, right? Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Let's get that sorrows right quick, right? Because at the beginning, and it's only January the 5th? And the Lord has been letting it be known, right? Unhappiness, depression, misery, right? Hey, the Lord says in, I think it's Isaiah 24. Talks about the mirth. Yep. I'm gonna start from 10, but 11 a point. Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Right? It ain't nothing to smile about, man. Esau done turned up, man. Right? Because we already knew he can come down with that great wrath, which we're waiting for, man. Because we know as soon as he come down with that great wrath, right? The deliverance for the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, is right after that. You know, so we rejoicing, we laughing at that because we know what's after this, man. And we know that he got to speed up. You know, because the Lord gonna make him speed up. right? Yeah, he said that's the beginning of the sorrows. I did say that earlier in the book of Second Ezra chapter 9. Just want to bring that out. All right, so we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? We're not ignorant of the schemes, man. We know this is a part of the measuring stick. We know where we at within prophecy, right? Excuse me. It says, Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. Then shalt thou understand that at the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, and the Lord is making his presence being known now, right? Will be even made known even more soon to come. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which we're seeing now, people still can't even get over the selections, the Palestinians, the Ukraine situation, all right? People still in uproars of that, and it's only going to intensify, especially come January 20th, right? It's going to be another one to the point where it's going to go into Second Ezra, 15, sedition among men, something like that. I think it's Second Ezra 15. But yeah, verse 4, it says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the day that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, right? Manifest meaning to what? To be made known, right? And what did he speak about in the end with the disciples? Famine, pestilence. All right, so that's how we at the end, man. We at the end. I had a good bit of scriptures, but how it be. You just gonna flow in the spirit, right? Matter of fact, hit that Ezekiel chapter 7. I'm gonna hit Ephesians first, right? Cause like I said, like how the brother had said it, we know the play. He running the same play, right? So Ephesians chapter 6, I start at 10 and 11 a point. I mean, the whole thing is good, but I'm going to stop at 11. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, right? Full confidence in Yahweh Shema Shai. Full confidence that the Lord's going to deliver us out of these situations. Keep our bodies, right? Keep our bodies in good condition to not fall short to this illness that this man is throwing out. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shai, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, right? Because we already know that squeeze is only going to get tighter, right? So Akim wa Aquaf, right? We already know what's going to be on the line. Our jobs, right? Right? Our kids, wives, right? Those they're gonna be on the line, man. It's only gonna get tighter and tighter, man. Right? Because it's all gonna trickle. All this right is gonna lead to what that MO to the TV. Going back to Revelation 13 and 15, when it goes and says, roughly paraphrasing, if you don't want to worship, they shall be killed. Right? That killed go to a twofold killed, right? Goes into an excited society killed, and also actual kill. So we already know these things are trickling down to that to that new system that they're trying to bring forth. But he said, put on the whole armor that you may be able to stand, right? And what is that armor? It's this wisdom, knowledge, truth, and understanding. That's going to keep you stable. That's going to keep you on your toes, man. Not being deceived by his devices, his schemes, right? Isaiah 33 and 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength, right? Strength. Let's see if we can grab that word, which we already know what it is, but hey, let's see what else they throw at us. Right? Let's go to number 2. It said sturdiness, firmness, toughness, soundness, solidity, durability. He that in stability, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. He that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. Right? Stability. Right? When you stability, you're stable. There are fears for the political stability of the era. It's the state of being stable. You're rooted, right? Going back to Matthew, I think it's chapter 7. You know, building that rock on that building a house on that solid foundation, right? Lord Yahweh, right? Because we come to that time of that storm. That storm is coming up, is amongst us, right? But building yourself inside the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, right? Going to that tower, right? That's how we're gonna be saved. That's how we're gonna be straight in these times, right? I almost said Yahweh Shem Yahweh 18. So like in Proverbs 18 verse 10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run up into it and is safe, right? Just knowing the name, everything else gonna flow with it, man. Hey, the Lord that lighthouse, man. You run into it. So what? You could be saved from these said perils, right? I ain't had the scripture in my head. The water Yahweh Shemel Shah, right? Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, right? We hide inside that lighthouse. Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Shemel Shah. A prudent man foresee these times to come, right? That's why the elder said, hey, we should be pumping out more than, we should be doing a video a day at least, man. You know? Because, hey, we got to understand, we about to be inside the wilds of the devil. We got to be in tip-top shape. This is a real battle that we finna be in. Matter of fact, let me jump to that. It's going to be it's going to be a real spiritual battle, and we got to be on point. I said I was going to stop at verse 11, but hey, now that I brought it out like this, I'm going to read verse 12, right? I'm going to start from verse 11, though. Ephesians 6:11, I'll start at 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, right? Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahweh, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, right? So it's definitely going to be a lot going on in these times, man. And you got to be ready. You got to be strong. You got to be stable. You got to be ready for this storm, right? This is the purpose of us getting ourselves ready in the time of mercy in this grace period. You know, right? Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. I start at 14. Wherefore he saith, awake that thou sleepest and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light, right? Because this light is going to guide us inside these times to come. You know, it says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, right? Redeeming the time because the days are evil, right? So that means if we making the best out of every opportunity, right? To keep putting on the breastplate, you know, sharpening up our sword. Because he coming with it, man. We see it. You know. It can go down before they let Trump, you know, inside the house. Or it can go down afterwards. But we know it's coming. We see it. Let's hit that in the book of Ezekiel chapter 7, right? In verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come, right? Bad times on top of bad times. And end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. Right? Because when we look up, this is what we see. We're seeing the mirth is ceasing. Right? We're seeing the MOTB is presenting itself each and every day. And we seeing Esau ready to push the button. And it's like like I states in the book of 2nd Ezra 16 and like 30, 37, 38. Like the players won't be slack. Let me grab it. Let me finish up with 15 and then I'll jump to that little one I can remember. Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 15. I start at 14. They have blown the trumpet. Who? The servants, the prophets. They have blown the trumpet. Right? That spiritual shofar. By pushing out these videos, warning you, right? Because we sitting upon that spiritual watchtower, letting you know when the enemy's going to come in like a flood, right? And we blowing that horn, letting you know that he ready to make his move at any given moment. It says even to make all ready, but none go off to the battle. And that's why 2/3 get caught like a thief in the night, because they're not ready for the battle. They still in La La Land. It says, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. Verse 15, the sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. Right? That was really the point. It says, he that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Right? So a lot of folks going to get taken out by this plague. Right? They're not aware. They don't even know how to take medicines. Right? And I'm not talking about prescribed stuff from Esau either. I'm talking about real herbs, man. Boiling the peels of pineapples, eating the rinds of watermelon, eating the blueberries, the blackberries, the cherries, eating carrots, So even if the woods get sick, they wouldn't even know how to help heal themselves, man. Right? And hey, like I said, he said the famine, right? A lot of folks gonna die from the food. Don't know how to fast. Looking to eat 6 times a day. Right? Let me grab that inside 2nd Ezra 16. I think it was 2nd Ezra 16. I was saying about the that's a good one too. Khan. Yeah, Khan, yeah. Throw out by Shmuel Shah. 2nd Ezra 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with a child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. And as we see, we know with this one right here, that when this place shuts down again, trust me, it's not going to be the same. It's too much that they have shown revealed, right? The UFO situation, right? The chairs of the Most High, right? That situation has been, broadcast. People are paying attention to that. The MOTB, those things are being showed clear as day now. So once this thing get to rolling, once that gear go up again, and that second gear going to hit right after that real fast, man. It's going to keep hitting the next gear. You can keep getting faster and faster and faster, right? Because it's going down the hill, right? We about to get to that peak, and it's going to go down here from there, right? That's just like, you riding your bike. You see that good hill you want to get up, but on the other end, it's going to be that good wind going down, right? But you got to keep working and working and working, right? As prophecy, you got to keep working itself to get up to that peak, right? So we're finna get to that peak, and it's going to be downhill from there, right? Like I said earlier, they will not let a good crisis go to waste. It says, verse 39, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Right? Going back to Isaiah 24, the mirth is gone. They crying for wine. They wasn't being circumspect. They wasn't paying attention. 91 ounces. Because this true devil that showed this horn, man. Right? What else I had? I gotta bring it out. Okay. Excuse me. Man, that's really good. It's 2 Kings 16, verse 2. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry. For your destruction is at hand, right? Hey, because we at that time where, hey, shit's gonna go down, you know? Excuse me. It's definitely finna go down, man. Destruction is at hand. Man, call Allah Yahweh. We at the end of this thing, man. It said a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Right? And the answer is nobody. Nobody will not be able to turn these things around. Why? Because the words of the Lord will not come back unto him void. Let's grab that right quick in the book of Isaiah 55. Right? 55, when I saw that verse 10, it says, for as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower, and bread to the eater, right? It's a process that's going on, right? And that process won't go backwards, right? It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, right? Let's grab that word from void right quick. So like for doing it just like that, just cutting it off, but right. So it says invalid, canceled, abolished, not binding, not enforced, right? Discontinued, right? Useless, that's good too. Useless, right? But that main word was invalid, revoked, right? Nah, these things are going to come to pass, man. It ain't no Esau want to turn this scam around. Nah, it's going to happen. It says, so shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, right? Meaning unaccomplished. But it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it, right? It's going to actually flourish. It's going to do what it's supposed to do, right? I think it was, 2 Kings 16. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? Because once the Lord ready to crank it up, there's no turning it back, man. A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Right? These casualties, these fatal casualties is coming, and nobody cannot send them away, man. Right? Even Pharaoh couldn't send them plagues away, man. It says, may any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when they have begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer, right? You may have a person holding that bow and arrow, and as soon as he he got it at his peak to where he can't go back no more, and he didn't release it. You can't turn that shit around in mid stride, right? That's Lord was using as an analogy for these prophecies, things spiraling up. You can't turn it back. It said, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He telling you. Who? Point him out. Point him out, and he'll and get back with me. But none of these things, you will not be able to turn these things away. So like you said, we see the game plan. And he about to give you that down said hut. He about to say hut, and it's gonna break. The play is gonna be played, right? I think I had Ezekiel 28. Time, man, just trying to make the best of this opportunity to keep building ourselves up, because Esau is ready to come down with that great wrath. It could be any given moment. I'm trying to figure out what I had. I can't remember what I was trying to go into. Oh, I can't even remember off the top of my head. Shalakia. I'm gonna jump to the book of Ezekiel 33, right? Ezekiel 33, and just wrap it on up, right? Because the point has been made, Lord willing, But like I said, here we are. We have it. We've been warning you, right? The gospel has been going out throughout the four corners of the earth, So these things are finna come to pass, right? These things are leading all the way up to what the MOTB, So Lord willing, edifying. I'm gonna leave off with this last scripture, Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this comes to pass, lo, it will come. Right, the prophecies, right, the famine, the pestilence, Jacob's trouble, right, the MOTB, WW3, right, the chariots, Lord Yahweh shall come to redeem us out of this place, man, Lord, when we're part of that remnant, right, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them, right, you was warned, you was in the presence of a righteous man, a presence of an elect man. So, that being said, we give our honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Dash. On to the next one. Shalom.